Usually what I do is I light it when I'm first going to start talking and
That's
put it up
perfect.
there.
I was speaking
That way it
ahead of
has
myself.
time to burn a little bit so that when you start sticking candles in it, it doesn't
I think we have too many
extinguish
chairs.
it.
Yeah.
Because I think we had that happen one year and you're like, not all of them trying to like relight everybody.
Okay, so You're here. Can you believe it? You're here. You just have Kaplan and NCLEX left. You know I have to give a plug for Kaplan, right? Well, I wore it all day yesterday and all day Friday. Welcome to the Spring 2021 RN Pinning Ceremony for Class 30. It's a joy to be here with you today as we honor these outstanding students and congratulate each of them for this life-changing event in the midst of a pandemic. My name is Lori Meyer, and I'm the Butte College Nursing Department Chair and Program Director. I want to start by introducing our Dean of CTE at Butte College. She's extremely supportive of our nursing students and our nursing programs. She's also a registered nurse, Denise Adams. I would also like to recognize the Butte College nursing faculty. Would you stand up? Thank you. These faculty members care about each and every student. They worry about each student, and they do all they can to help them understand difficult material over remote learning platform. And through this pandemic, they have adjusted, adapted, planned, and adjusted some more to help each of you graduate. You might think a pinning and candle lighting ceremony is an odd thing to be invited to. We pin and light candles in honor of Florence Nightingale, the founder of nursing. Hopefully, you will learn a little bit more about Florence Nightingale, pinning, and candle lighting during our program today. When you started nursing school back in August of 2019, none of us had any idea what was lying ahead. Who would have thought that a pandemic was headed our way, and we would have to advocate with the Board of Registered Nursing to continue on with our nursing program? Who would have thought that we would have switched from face-to-face learning to some remote manner that you finished up in? Who would have thought we would have face masks, face shields, weekly COVID quizzes, and weekly symptom trackers? Wow, it was a lot to overcome, but you did it. Each student you see here today is a fighter. They know how to persevere in very trying circumstances. Their future patients are fortunate to have nurses like each of you. I surveyed this class, and I'd like to share a few facts about them. 6 of them got engaged and got married during nursing school. 2 added babies to their household, and 1 was born during this past semester. 3 have babies on the way now. 61 have children. There are 61 children, excuse me. Collectively, they have 61 children. That's a lot of Zoom school. There are 12 grandchildren among this group. One of these students here is a grandparent of 10 of those grandchildren. 1 student became a grandparent this very semester. Collectively, they have over 69 pets, and 1 person said they had too many to count, so I don't know how many it really is. 1 student had 2 pets pass away during nursing school. 35 of you worked all or part-time during nursing school. And as of right now, 10 of you have jobs as an RN, and you haven't even taken the NCLEX yet. Congratulations. As I learned more about them, I realized that they have had very complicated lives. 1 student had a niece and 3 nephews living with them and helped them homeschool via Zoom, in addition to doing nursing school remote. 1 student had her own child and 2 foster children living with them during nursing school. By the way, over the years, that student has cared for and loved many, many foster children. 1 student put their car keys in another student's bag on accident during first semester and was stranded at Orville Hospital until they could figure it out. One student had their appendix out during finals week in second semester and spent 2 weeks of third semester at UC Davis with their son getting medical care. Another student moved to Texas in June of 2020 and has commuted back and forth from Dallas via airplane, just want you to know, to see his daughter on the weekends. One student had her baby via C-section and was back in class 7 days later. Another student had a baby and lost their dad right before nursing school started. One student had a lot of family members die, and their dad almost died, and the student ended up in the hospital in first semester. In addition, during third semester, her husband and parents were gone almost the entire semester, which was her support system. Another student lost her brother and mentor, who raised her in a tragic car accident. One student, as of 5/25, has been cancer-free for 9 years. Collectively, they've lost 217 pounds. But this is an all-time record. Collectively, they've gained 310. Finally, let me share a few statements directly from them. We had to adjust, change, and fight through COVID, which wasn't easy, but we did it. I made some great friendships in the nursing program. I survived. I was able to keep my sanity. The pandemic almost kept us from graduating after waiting years to get here. I might be in the minority here, but COVID-19 was a blessing in disguise. I found myself with more time to study and fewer distractions. I rebuilt my house during nursing school, got married, got a puppy, lost a family member, and I survived. I bought a house. I experienced my first panic attack ever. I was in a car accident during nursing school and had surgery, so the program took 3 years instead of 2. Class 30, I feel, has been caring, understanding, motivating, and found ways to be supportive of one another. I have respect and nothing but great things to say about this amazing 2 years we have spent on laptops and in the classroom together. One big memory is when the pandemic hit and we were so incredibly stressed we were going to have to start the semester over or not be able to graduate. One instructor texted and told us to keep holding hope and working hard. We would not be at this graduation without the amazing emotional support of our teachers and their persistence to help graduate. I know that each of these students would not be sitting before you today without the help, support, and love from their family and friends. So all of you watching at home, thank you. Thank you for providing them with everything they need to be successful. These students started out as strangers on an all-consuming, unknown journey, and now they are a family called Class 30. Okay, nurse graduates, I have one parting thought. As a nurse, we have the opportunity to heal the mind, the soul, the heart, and the body of our patients, their families, and ourselves. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Congratulations, Class 30. Next, we will hear from 2 class speakers, Jody Henry and then Mao Q. And then Dina Ward will present some awards. And then we will have Shannon Claiborne present some CSNA recognition. And then we will proceed to pinning. After pinning, we have readers Lori Bowles and Kim Wheeler, and Denise Adams, our dean, will pin each student. Then Shannon will lead us in the candle lighting ceremony. And we will end with some faculty pearls of wisdom. And they will be from Kim Wheeler, Lori Bowles, Dina Ward, and Jennifer Jewel Darlington.
Greetings, RN Class 30. How we doing? am so excited to share the joy of this day with you because today is the day that we've all been waiting for, the day that we can finally, proudly, and credibly critique the ridiculous treatment decisions of our favorite TV show characters, right? Oh my goodness, you cannot hook up your own arm to your patient and give them blood. I've seen that happen on TV. You cannot give someone 2 ounces of oxygen. No. And that tube definitely does not go in there. I know, I'm so excited I can say that now with credibility whenever I watch any of those shows. You know what shows I mean. Just kidding. If you're anything like me, you've been waiting for forever to be able to call yourself a nurse. And guess what? We made it. Give yourself a big round of applause. Come on now. In the beginning, it sure didn't feel like we'd ever get here. Of course, we had imagined the giant textbooks, the brain-melting lectures, and the daunting tests. But it was the smaller, unexpected moments of truth when we had to be truly brave that have all come together to make us the nurses that we are today. I don't know about you, but I thought nursing school was very scary, much scarier than giving a speech, by the way. I made it through every new clinical rotation by telling myself, I'm not scared, I'm excited, and I'm brave. I had to tell myself that a lot, right? And the thing is that we are very brave. We were brave every time we chose to walk into a room and not be a fly on the wall, but instead to get our hands dirty. And sometimes they got horribly, horribly dirty. It's true. We were brave every time we chose to answer one of those call lights, having no idea what surprise was waiting on the other side of that door. You know what I mean, right? We were very, very brave in the first weeks of clinical when we allowed our peers with trembling hands and questionable caffeine tolerances to give us our first injections. Very scary. We were brave on the very first day of clinical when we walked in sort of ready to do a head-to-toe assessment. And let's face it, our patients were pretty brave too. We were brave when we stumbled into a pandemic-stricken world, not knowing what would happen, but we were ready and willing to join that task force of nurses and doctors on the front lines of healthcare. You all are so brave, and I'm so proud of you. Yes, nursing school has been one nerve-wracking, paperwork-covered challenge after another, but we have learned and grown so much. Here are a few of the mental changes that I know I've made. Number 1, I'm likely to diagnose myself with every and any interesting new pathology that I learn about, when in reality, most of my symptoms can be explained with stress and caffeine addiction, mostly a little insomnia. Number 2, I used to get jealous when someone went on a cool vacation, but now I get jealous when somebody I know gets to see a really cool wound. So exciting, tell me all about it. Number 3, a huge part of my mental capacity and thought life is now devoted around other people's last bowel movement. And chances are, if you and I are really good friends, I know your Bristol stool scale number. Mm-hmm. Number 4, I have developed a trauma response to the phrase, "This will be a good learning experience." Generally, that means that something really bad is going to happen, and I'm going to have to smile through all of it. I'm sure you all know what I mean. And I'm sure all of you have learned so many special things along the way, just like this. Sometimes you have to laugh so you don't cry, but crying is okay too. There's a lot of crying in nursing school, right? We've cried because the homework was so frustrating. We've cried because we got a surprise grade on a test that we didn't expect. We've cried because the pandemic was terrifying. We've cried because we lost loved ones along the way. A lot of us did. We've also cried because we've been so grateful to be a great part of this journey called nursing and all of its moments of human love and beauty. One of my most beautiful moments from this year happened at the very end of an evening clinical at the hospital. An experienced nurse called me into a room where a very elderly man was about to go through his last hours on earth. He was unconscious, but we bathed him, we removed his IV and his catheter, and we wrapped him up in warm blankets so he'd be ready for his family to come in and say their last goodbyes. As I was leaving his room for the last time, I heard that happy little lullaby that you hear in the hospital whenever a new baby is born. It was so great. So my patient was just leaving this earth, while right down the hall, a brand new soul was just arriving. Both of them lovingly cared for, wrapped up in blankets, and handed off to their families by nurses. I couldn't help but shed a few tears at just how amazing it is just to be a witness and a helping hand during these most important moments in the circle of human life. I want to thank you all for being willing to be that witness and that helping hand, and I pray you never take it for granted. Thank you, Nursing Class 30, and thank you, friends, teachers, and families that have made all of this possible.
Thank you. Good morning, Class 30. You could tell I'm a little nervous. Good morning, Butte College faculties. Good morning, families and friends from all over the world. As you guys are viewing this from the comfort of your own home, and we're out here catching a tan, more like just that row over there. I'm here today to speak on behalf of Class 30, although I genuinely volunteer myself to be up here. I hope none of you guys mind. As silly as I can be, if you know me, I can also be very serious at what I do and what it is that I say. I'll try to keep it short, but I usually don't. First and foremost, before I jump into what it is I want to talk about today, I want to personally thank God for this day. Without his guidance, protection, and love, I wouldn't be here today. I want to thank our families and friends from all over the world for joining us today, and those back at home. And especially, thank you to our significant other who's dealt with our overreacting behaviors when we're under stress, who's comforted us through the mental breakdowns, who's continued to stay with us, or to stay by our side, even after we've gained a couple pounds. Forcefully have to cook dinner, clean the house, fold the laundries, and put them away. Lastly, forgive me as I turn my back on to you guys for a hot minute. I personally want to thank our theory and clinical instructors and faculties of Butte College. We, as Class 30, would not have been here if it was not for each and every one of you. You all fought endlessly behind closed doors to keep this nursing program running. You continue to motivate us. You continue to say everything is going to be so okay. You continue to forgive us when we forget to upload our COVID symptom checklist and late assignments. If I could say one thing about Butte College's nursing program is that the instructors are all here to set us out for success. You, as an adult, can can choose to either fail or succeed. So thank you all so very much. Today, I want to talk about pushing forward. The hardest thing about nursing school is not the program itself. Don't get me wrong, it was very challenging these past 2 years. But the hardest thing for someone to do while they're in the nursing program is to go through the loss of their mentor and loved ones along the way up. The challenge is to keep going and keep pushing forward through the grieving, the depression, and the storm. The challenge is to say, "Not today, Satan," and put one foot in front of the other, smile, and keep pushing forward. The challenge is to get up at 3 in the morning to get ready to head out for clinicals and say, "I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must." Then you keep pushing forward until one day you arrive on this podium and probably seeing all these familiar faces for the last time. But even then and after today, you will continue to keep pushing forward because we still have the NCLEX to take in order for us to become licensed professionals. Class 30, this message is for you. As difficult as it has been for the past 2 years, I hope that you found the lesson in each semester. I hope that you remember that these past 2 years are character-building years. And I hope that through all the chaos, that you find beauty through it. Given the pandemic, not being able to practice in clinicals when it first hit, self-teaching online while teaching your child math, going through simulation. Sorry, Linda. We love you. That you would remember that these last 2 years by far has been one of the hardest things you've ever done. And you should be very, very proud of yourself. And I hope that one day when you're in the middle of a chaotic shift as a nurse, you think of how much you have overcome in this very moment. And you'd remember that today is not your worst day, so that you will continue to push forward. I would like to share the last few quotes before I leave here. The first one being, a nurse is one who opens the eyes of a newborn and gently closes the eyes of a dying man. It is indeed a high blessing to be first and last to witness the beginning and end of life, end quote. Unknown. And the last quote by Florence Nightingale. So never lose an opportunity of urging a practical beginning, however small, for it is wonderful how often in such matters the mustard seed germinates and roots itself. Let that sink in. Class 30, I could not be more proud of each and every one of you. Mama Mao stands here today to say, we are the light, and we are finally at the end of the tunnel. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mal. I'm not going to be able to follow up with that very good. So I am here today to present some awards. So that's always fun as an instructor to be able to present some awards. And the first award is a faculty award. It's chosen by the faculty, and it's to a student who has been able to apply evidence-based research to nursing practice and had the highest overall grade point average in the nursing courses. Okay? And we didn't practice this little thing at rehearsal, so we're going to wing that, all right? So this award goes to Emmeline Peterson. All right. Yay. All right, the second award is the Nursing Excellence Award. This award is chosen by the graduating students and awarded to the student who has demonstrated excellence in scholarship, citizenship, compassion, and professional leadership. This is such an exceptional class that we had a four-way tie. So 4 people will be getting the Nursing Excellence Award. We're going to start with Andrea Thompson. And then we have Jonathan Nichols. Jonathan, you make me so nervous, I'm afraid you're going to drop that. Put that down. Put that down. All right. And then we have Lilia Chapman. The final one goes to Mao Ku.
All right, congratulations. So my name is Shannon Claiborne, and I am, well, I teach, I had the pleasure of teaching this class fundamentals and OB, but I'm also one of the CNSA faculty advisors, and that's why I'm here right now. I'll be back later to talk about Florence. So NSNA is the National Professional Organization for Nursing Students. Each state has its own chapter, and Butte College students are part of both the California Nursing Students Association and the National Student Nurses Association. Members strive to emulate the core values of leadership, education, advocacy, mentorship, professionalism, care, and diversity. Members and officers of CNSA have the opportunity to earn cords for graduation. Graduates who have been active members of their professional organization are honored with the blue, silver, and purple cord. Graduates who have gone above and beyond and served as chapter officers while at Butte College are honored with the additional teal, gold, and purple cord. The following students earned cords as members of CNSA. And as I call your name, will you please stand and remain standing and then turn around so that your family can see you, okay? All right, Brett Shell. Jessica Coyle. Kylie Cowden. Leah Critchfield. Matilda Ibagwa. Kelsey Fahrenberg. Jody Henry. Nikki McKinney Brown. You got to hang on to it, Nikki. It's sneaky. Okay. Jessica Rodriguez. And Vanessa Smith. Okay. Brett Shell and Jody Henry also earned their officer cord. And I'm sure other members of the class would have also participated in leadership roles if COVID hadn't limited our organization's activities for the past year. Thankfully, there's a lot of other different professional nursing organizations out there available to you as you venture out into the nursing world, all of which have member benefits and leadership opportunities. So there's still time to serve, okay? I can't wait to see what all of you guys do in the future. Thank you.
All right, now we are going to proceed with the pinning ceremony. So get you guys lined up.
Good morning. My name is Lori Bowles, and I was able to teach this class in their second semester for Med-Surg Theory and Clinical, and that happened to be the semester that the pandemic hit. So it was a challenging semester for all of us. Let's start with Nicole McKinney Brown. I would like to thank everyone who has endured this pandemic adventure with me, to include all my amazing and patient instructors, both theory and clinical, my amazing parents, who without them or their continued love and support, none of this would be possible. I would also like to thank my husband and kids for all the endless days, nights of seeing me at the table doing schoolwork, a dirty house, piles of dishes or laundry, or having to pass on participating in activities with them. Last but not least, I would like to thank all of my friends for believing that I am still alive and are always my amazing supporters and cheerleaders. Jake Bruno. Thank you to my family and friends. Their love and support have truly helped me along this journey. Mary Casagrande. Thank you to my family, but especially my in-laws for watching my son plus or minus 3,500 hours throughout 2 years. You are my heroes. My husband for never losing faith in me, even when I doubted myself. And finally, my son Watson for always reminding me it was okay to get frustrated, cry, smile, laugh, and for being my reason for success. Lilia Chapman. A village is what it takes, and I'm forever grateful for mine. A simple thank you is not enough for all the support and love my family has given me. Thank you to my mom for always being my rock, my husband Lance for stepping up and putting up with my emotional roller coasters. To my sisters, Cindy, Lolita, Karina, and Kay, you ladies are seriously the best cheerleaders any girl could ask for. To my boys, Cassian and Emiliano, you two have always been my drive to strive for more and always will. Love you always. Brett Chell. Thank you to my parents who have shown unwavering support throughout this entire process. Thank you to the friends and family who have helped me who I am today. Help make me who I am today. Thank you to those close to me who suggested I become a nurse and those who encouraged me to take this path. Jessica Coyle. A big thank you to my friends and family for all your support. A special shout out to my mom, Anna, my sister, Sammy, and above all, thank you, God, for my strength. Angela Rose Cole. Thank you to my husband Tyler, my rock. Thank you to Mom, Dad, Tom, and Cindy for all the love and support. Deuces forever. Kylie Cowden. Matt, Marcy, Sarah, Braden, Alicia, Mama Lisa, Simang family, and friends, thank you for supporting me, believing in me, and encouraging me to follow my life goals. I couldn't have done this without you. I'm thankful for the close friends I made, the study buddies that got me through all the good and tough times of nursing school. Thank you to all the instructors that pushed me to do my best, told me I can do this, and made these 2 years at Butte College memorable. Leah Critchfield. Thank you, all of Class 30, for teaching me that the universe continues to create beautiful souls destined to take care of her people. Thank you to my family and animals for your love, support, resilience, and ability to overcome. Matilda Ibagua. I want to say thanks to my parents and siblings for all their help, but most especially, I want to say thank you to my husband, Terrence, for all your support. Thanks for being the shoulder I can always depend on. You have been extremely supportive through this stressful time. You may not realize what a blessing you have been. Chelsea Ferreira. Thank you to all my instructors for guiding me, my children for tolerating me, and my mother for supporting me. Without any of them, I could not have completed this crazy and insane journey. Kelsey Rose Fahrenberg. Thank you to my amazing instructors, encouraging family and friends, and my extremely supportive husband and cuddly little red dog. Your support and encouragement means more than you know, and I wouldn't have made it without you believing in me. I would also like to thank all of Class 30 for being such a strong, motivating, and supportive group. We are going to do great things. Anaí Franco. I would like to give a special thank you to my parents and family for supporting me through this journey. To my nephews whose smile and giggle I depend on to make my nursing school days brighter. To my boyfriend who I met in my pre-nursing years, thank you for coming home to see me graduate as a registered nurse today. Taylor Gillespie. I want to say thank you to my family and friends. This 2 years has been a struggle with additional personal struggles. My family has helped me stay strong through it all, including the nursing program. I particularly want to say thank you to my dad, Tom, my mom, Michelle, my sister, Celine. They have been extremely encouraging to my success. Thank you to all the wonderful instructors in the program. We would not have made it this far without you. Kelly Ann Galbraith. Thank you to my instructors for teaching us how to be rock star nurses and for always being there for us. Seriously, you guys are amazing, and I sincerely appreciate all of you for always looking out for us. Thank you to my husband Shane for all your love and support throughout the program. Glory Goranson. Thank you to our amazing professors who encouraged us beyond belief and helped us succeed throughout these past 2 years. Thank you to my other half, Nathan. Your love and unwavering support was exactly what I needed to get through the emotional roller coaster that these last 2 years brought. Thank you to my friends and family for always cheering me on. Thank you to Kylie for being the ultimate study buddy as we studied for our mini exams together. I couldn't have gone through the last 2 years without you by my side. We did it. Desiree Gorski. First, I would like to thank my dad, who has been a major source of encouragement for me. I know he would have been incredibly proud to see me now. Thank you to my boyfriend, Nathan, for his constant love, understanding, and comfort, especially during some of my darkest days. Finally, to my classmates, friends, and family, I am immensely grateful for all of your motivation and support. I don't know how I would have done this without you. Elaine Haro. I would like to thank my husband, Jay, for standing by my side through all my challenges during the pandemic while in the nursing program. Your support, encouragement, and patience meant everything to me. Thank you, my love. Jacob Hawley. I would like to thank my wife, Emmeline, for being my person throughout this program and life. Thank you. Jody Henry. I would like to thank my husband, Benjamin, my children, Shaquaya, Jaden, and Zion, and all my family and friends for their love, belief, jokes, and coffee surprises. Quan Nguyen. Thank you, friends and family, for your continued support. A special thank you to my wife for taking one for the team and staying up late nights with our daughters so that Dad could get some sleep and studying in. I love you. Marissa Jasso. Thank you to my parents, brother, husband, children, and family members who helped me along this amazing but difficult journey. I am so thankful and blessed to have you as my tribe. Alicia Jones. I want to say thank you to my parents for always supporting me and helping with the kids over the years. Thank you to my fiance, Andy, for always being there for me and keeping me focused during the hardest times. You and the kids have been my biggest motivation to finish this marathon of becoming a registered nurse. Thank you. Hardeep Kaur. Thank you so much for always supporting me and for always being there for me. I will forever owe my achievements to my dedicated, caring, and thoughtful family. Daljit Kaur. I would like to thank my mom for always being there for me. I would also like to thank all my family and friends for encouraging me to never give up. I'm so grateful to have friends and family who supported me throughout my nursing school journey. Thank you. John Klasinski. Thank you to the amazing Class 30, especially those with significant others, children, and who worked on top of it. You truly are amazing. Thank you to all the instructors in the classroom, sim, clinical sites, lab, and especially those who fought to keep our program going through COVID-19. Thank you to all the staff in the office who always reminded us when things were due and giving us heads up when it was time to apply for grants. Thanks to you, I have some extra bucks in my pocket. Mao Ku. Mao wants to thank her spouse, Long Her, for being her financial supporter, backbone, and safe haven when she needed it most. Mao wants to thank her son, Isaac Her, for being patient, understanding, and loving when she couldn't give back to him the same. Lastly, Mao wants to thank her family and friends near and far for believing in her, challenging her, and understanding when her presence was not around. Oh, cleaning it for yourself. Nice.
Saul Yamas Jr. Thank you to all my instructors over the last 2 years, with a special shout out to our clinical and SIMS instructors who helped us with connecting the dots. Thank you to my family, friends, and especially Mom, my little bro, and my friend Kate for all their support. Thanks to Class 30 for a magic carpet ride that never can be duplicated. Robin McCall. I would like to thank my children for giving me the push to do better for their future. I would like to thank my husband who has made all this possible and my parents who helped through all the struggles. Jonathan Nichols. I would like to first and foremost thank my loving sister Candy for being the source of my inspiration to become a nurse. My mom for teaching me to be an advocate for all patient, Group Deuces for supporting me through times of loss, and my teachers for pushing me to be a better student, especially Lori Bowles for her motivating words and strong work ethics at Clinical. The staff for being there by our side, fighting for our continuation of education, the patients for letting us learn on them, and lastly, my dog Killer for welcoming me home after clinicals with a belly full of howls and a tail full of wags. All right, Myra Ortega Arevalo. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your eternal support and for always making sure I get enough sleep and food in between school and work. Thank you to my 3 younger siblings, friends, and family for your understanding of my absence during events. Thank you to my fiance, Jonathan, for your unconditional love, support, and strength to keep going, even when I felt that I couldn't keep up. And thank you to all my instructors and faculty for your continuous effort to get us here, even today, through a pandemic. Emmeline Flores Peterson. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all your support in helping me achieve my educational goals all these long years. Thank you, Jake, Amory, Kylie, and Emmy, for all your patience, love, and motivation. I couldn't have done this without you guys. Cassandra Porter. Thank you to all my family and friends for inspiring me to follow my dreams. Thank you to our teachers for helping us weave our dreams into being. And a special thanks to my fiance. My dream wouldn't be complete without you in it. Angel Render. Thank you to my husband, Jamie, for being there to show me love and support for all my dreams. Thank you to my family and friends who have put up with me being stressed and not having a life. Also, thank you to all our instructors for helping us make it through. Anne Ring. I am so grateful for the love and support of my family over the last couple of years. My family is a priceless gift, greater than anything I can imagine. Brian, Rylan, Nolan, and Brevin, thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me achieve my dreams of becoming a nurse. Jessica Rodriguez. I would like to thank my mom and dad. I couldn't have done this without them. I would also like to thank Brooklyn, Jaden, and my husband Jordan for putting up with my crying and missed days of family time. Most of all, to my instructors, especially John Beadle, for believing in me and taking the time to help me when I needed it the most. Emma Rosenden. Thank you to the two people who have continued to encourage me, support me, motivate me, and raise me with the mindset that I can accomplish my dreams and set my mind to. I have to thank, too, the independent, successful young women that I have become. I love you also, Mom and Dad. I also want to thank my Neen, Pop, and Grandma Judy. They have all been cheerleaders since the day I was born, and I would not be where I am today without any of them. I love you all so greatly. Melissa Ryan. Thank you to my sweet husband, Jeff, my sons, Eli and Lucas, my mom, my in-laws, Jan and Mike, and the rest of my friends and family for their tremendous love and support. Thank you to the nursing faculty and instructors who held our hands and guided us through. To my classmates, thank you for cheering me on. I wish you all great success. I'm cheering you on, too. Sarah Marie Sampson. Thank you, Lori Meyer, and all of our instructors who fought so hard to continue when the COVID-19 pandemic halted other nursing programs. My entire family, but specifically Wesley, Darren, my parents, Cherie, and David, who were instrumental to my success and incredibly understanding of my time constraints while working and completing the nursing program. Thank you. Ronnie Sanchez. Thank you to all the instructors for your dedication to ensuring our success. To my family and friends for your encouragement and support, and special thank you to my husband, Juan, for your constant patience, reassurance, and love. To my new fellow grads, thank you for your friendship and memories. I'm so grateful I had all of you to share this experience with it. We did it. Daniela Shoemaker. I want to thank my husband, Mark, for taking over all the chores during the program. To my son, Philip, for making me coffee and bringing it to me most days. Also, I want to thank you, Elaine Haro, my classmate, for listening to my daily complaints, to my teachers that responded to my messages even during the weekends. Thank you all. I could not do this without you. Felicia Simmons. To my little girl, Coraline, thank you for leading me here. Jesus, you never wavered in your belief and support of my wildest dreams. And Rhett, you've cheered me on over half of your life. Fornia and Papa, your love, support, and guidance through the years helped me make my dream a reality. Family and friends, I have made it through all the trials and tribulations because you all were there in the darkest of days. Forever grateful. Vanessa Smith. Thank you to my wonderful husband for being the backbone in my life, and especially the last 3 years. A huge thank you to my kids, Jaden, Ava, and Wyatt, for being so flexible and strong while Mom has been unavailable. Even though you continue to keep hitting or getting hit with your own obstacles and overcome them like the amazing little people that you are. COVID has made it especially hard, and I would not have been here or been able to be here if it wasn't for the love and never-ending support of my tribe of people. You all know who you are, so thank you very much. And finally, I did it. Viviana Soria. I want to say thank you to all my family who helped me get through school with their patience, love, and understanding. I want to thank all of my classmates who offered a helping hand along the way. But most importantly, I want to thank all of our Butte College Nursing Department staff for all of their support, hard work, and helping us accomplish our dreams by being here today, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic. Sonia Starnes. Joe, Cooper, Miriam, and Farah, thank you for putting up with my hundreds of flashcards sprinkled throughout the house, for letting me get out of doing the dishes countless times so that I could study, and for allowing me to spend so much of my school time at school. I could not have made it through nursing school without your fierce love and support. Mom and Dad, thank you for all of the rides, meals, babysitting, and mostly the steady encouragement you have given me throughout this program. I'm so blessed to have such an amazing family, and I love you all so much. Melissa Tao. There are so many people that I'm thankful for, and I can't name all of you because it would be too long of a list. So thank you for all doing your best and being kind to one another. Thank you for saying hello to me when I'm socially awkward, and thank you to everyone who has made me feel comfortable, supported me, and inspired me to be a better person. Andrea Thompson. I wanted to thank all of my family, friends, and my amazing husbands for supporting me through this crazy adventure. I can't believe the day is here. We did it. Sam Vang. I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Julie, for always being there for me, supporting me through these past 2 years, and always putting a smile on my face when I feel like I've hit rock bottom. Thank you to my 4 lovely children for giving me the motivation and strength to push through this hard step in my career. I would also like to thank all the people, friends, and family for helping me achieve my goals. You all are appreciated. Chi Vang. I want to thank my husband, children, families, friends, classmates, and instructors for all of your support and encouragement for me through this tough yet wonderful journey. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here where I am today. Thank you all very much. C. Vang. I would like to thank my husband and children for all the motivation they have given me. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to get here. I would also like to thank my family for being there for me physically and emotionally through this pandemic. Lastly, I would like to thank the Butte College nursing instructors for providing education during these unknown times. Mariah Waters. I want to thank my husband, Thomas, and my daughter, Paisley, for being so supportive through this journey. I couldn't have done it without the both of you by my side. And lastly, Tanya Wortham. I would like to thank my boyfriend, Brent Geiger, my bestie, Jamie Rhodes, my sister, Devaney, and my mom and dad for being my biggest cheerleaders in my journey to become an RN. I would also like to thank Butte College and all of our wonderful instructors for sticking it with us during this COVID-19 pandemic. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jennifer Jewel Darlington for gently nudging me for several years after being my LVN instructor to apply to the RN program. You are so inspiring. And now we will begin our candle lighting ceremony.
Okay, hello again. Okay. On August 13th, 1910, at the age of 90, Florence Nightingale passed away, leaving behind a legacy that is still honored today. She was born in the Victorian era and was one of the daughters of a well-to-do family in England. They wanted her to become a socialite, to learn how to give big parties and serve proper tea. However, Florence had a different plan for her life. By the time she was 12 years old, she was determined to do something worthwhile. And as she progressed through her teenage years, she spent every spare minute studying the nursing books that she had secretly obtained. As some teenagers still do today, Florence gave her parents a difficult time. When her mother heard of her nursing ambition, she fainted and was hysterical. Her father was more calm, and because he wanted his children to be educated, even his daughters, he allowed Florence to go to Kaiserwerth Hospital in Germany to study nursing, as long as she told people she was away at the university. Florence was an excellent student, and after graduation, she returned to London and got a job running a hospital. During the Crimean War, she was put in charge of nursing. She went onto the battlefield with 38 fellow nurses and saved thousands of lives. It was during this time that she figured out that if you washed your hands between patients, they tended to live a lot longer. It was during this time period that she also earned the nickname, the Lady with the Lamp, derived from a phrase in a report in The Times, which read, "She is a ministering angel without any exaggeration in these hospitals, and as her slender form glides quietly along each corridor, every poor fellow's face softens with gratitude at the sight of her. She may be observed alone, with a little lamp in her hand, making her solitary rounds," end quote. Florence set an example of compassion, commitment to patient care, diligent and thoughtful hospital administration. The tradition of the ceremonial pinning and lamp lighting you're witnessing today actually originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing. Having been recently awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War, Florence chose to extend that honor to her most outstanding graduate nurses by presenting each of them with a medal for excellence. After nurses were pinned, Nightingale would light a lamp and pass the flame to each nurse as they said their oath to the profession. The Florence Nightingale Pledge that is recited today was first introduced in 1893. It was written by Lystera Greder to honor the ideals and standards that Florence had set for the profession of nursing and was modeled after the Hippocratic Oath taken by physicians. The Florence Nightingale Pledge is the driving force behind the current American Nurses Association Code of Ethics for nurses. Although the language used in the pledge is somewhat outdated, it is still an important part of the traditional nursing pinning ceremony. At this time, the faculty will join me for the candle lighting as we symbolically share our light with these new nurses. And at this time, as all the candles are lit, we will turn around and recite Florence's pledge after your candles are lit. So if the faculty will join me. Okay, you guys can step up and. Let's go to the back. This might be more challenging than we had anticipated. I'm gonna bring my lamp around.
Which direction is it
I
coming?
don't even know, from all directions.
From all directions.
Tornado.
It's a tornado. Oh, shoot.
Of course, the wind has to come right now, right?
Okay, I'm gonna get it for a second. We need to probably record this session very quickly.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just can't even get it away. Oh, it's coming this way? No, it's not. It's coming the other way.
Maybe I'll bring the lantern around.
Yeah, you might have to. I can't get it anywhere.
You might have to do it.
Just pretend.
If your candle goes out, we're going to do this symbolically. So go ahead and get back to your seats, and we're going to turn around, and we are going to recite the pledge here in a moment. Be mindful of your paper and the pledge and the candle.
Hold on. All right. So I'm going to say a little piece, and you're going to say a little piece, and we'll carry on. Okay. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly. To pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. And will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. And will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping. And all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work. And devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Welcome, new colleagues, to the profession of nursing. May your light within always shine in honor of memory of Florence and all of the proud nurses since. Now you can let the wind blow out your candles. Congratulations. We'll just leave that one, guys.
All right, you may be seated. So as faculty and just experience that we've had being nurses, there's just a couple pearls we wanted to share with you. One of the pearls that I would like to share with you is just almost like a little bit of a slogan. But what I would like to share with you is that never stop learning, always be inspired, and always believe in yourself. That's my pearl.
All right, I have two pearls. One, when you're a new nurse, sometimes your patients will say things that surprise and shock you. So if that happens, just take a minute and tell them that you need to wash your hands and turn your back on them toward the sink and think of a good response. And then when your hands are clean, you can turn around and make your response. The next one is find a way to manage your time. And I don't mean manage your time so that you can sit at the nurse's station. I mean manage your time so that you can make connections with your patients. Because for me, making connections with my patients is the true joy of nursing.
Thank you, Kim. Kim's getting a workout with all this stuff. First, I want to take, before I share my pearl of wisdom with you guys, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being so incredible this semester. I got so much back from you. You know, our role as teachers is to educate, but there's so much more in it. Inherent in that is nurturing, caring, supporting, and sometimes just gently trying to keep you guys on track. So what I found was I got that back so much from all of you. Like, When you needed nurturing and I nurtured you, I got it back in gratitude and kindness. And when I needed to get on track, you guys helped me stay on track. So you're just incredible, and I want to thank you. You're an incredible group. So my pearl of wisdom is that, as I've reminded you guys in class, is that not only do you need to be gentle with others and kind, but you need to be gentle and kind to yourselves. I think that nurses struggle with that sometimes. It's part of who we are to want to be kind and caring and nurturing. That's kind of why we went into this profession, or at least in part. Please, that takes a toll on a person, and don't ever forget to do that self-talk where you say, I'm okay. Be gentle with yourself. You're going to come across some cranky nurses that are teaching you maybe, or some cranky patients, or just have a bad day sometimes. So just remember to be gentle with yourself as you are with others. And I think that's really important, and I hope you carry that with you, and I hope every time you have a bad day you remember this. Dina said, be gentle with myself, dang it, and do it, okay? Thank you.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're gonna have a mask problem and an earring problem. This is just like me. I'm gonna let that hang there. Okay, I haven't seen you guys in a while, but my 2 pearls of wisdom come from 2 of your lessons from gerontology. One would be from Uncle Frank, and that would just be to keep a good sense of humor, because we obviously are going to need it in life, but especially in nursing. And then actually last week, Stephanie Hubb's father passed away, Lewis Hubb, and she was part of my lesson, Stephanie and Allie. And I love what Dina just said about cranky patients, because those were Stephanie's exact words about she remembered the nurses who could get past their days and their own problems and check their baggage at the door and come in and be professional and treat them with utmost respect. I've learned so much from you guys. I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. Class 30 has massive amounts of grit. You guys can do anything. Congratulations.
That concludes our pinning ceremony. We're proud of each and every one of you. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and it's been a pure delight to be part of your instruction. Now, we have a little bit of Kaplan, okay, a whole lot of Kaplan, a little bit of NCLEX, a max of 145 questions, and then you're ready to go be nurses. Congratulations, Class 30.
Now go be nurses. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. And don't forget the goodies back there, survival nursing bags and cookies.
And to get your
And if you have some paperwork up here to grab from Shannon.
No, I promised I wouldn't do that.